With the combination of the thing being added to the game and supports feeling the full weight of that last round of nerfs, it's no surprise at all that dive and melee heavy team comps are back on the menu again. And ironically enough, I've also seen a lot of you guys asking me to make a Penny video after I made my last Anchor Tank video. And to be honest, I've already been wanting to do an update on her, but she's even more relevant because she's 100% more valuable as a hard counter to these team comps. Also, really quick, I wanted to give you guys a quick thank you again for showing up and showing out on that last video. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope I can continue to give you guys some real value in my videos. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been spending a lot of time in the Diamond lobbies, especially in Diamond 1, and it's been a bit of an adjustment period since that last round of nerfs and buffs, but now that the dust is starting to settle, I was surprised to see that Penny Parker of all characters was starting to show up more in my games. Naturally, with Penny being my first main, I threw her back on to see for myself what all the commotion was about, and now as I'm nearing 20 hours with her and I'm about to make her my first lorded hero, I've noticed that Penny actually has a little secret meta going on that's been gaining some more traction. Now, I'm not going to waste your time and go over the fundamentals for Penny because I already have a video on this channel for her, and it's going to tell you exactly how to master her kit. Instead, in this video, I'm going to give you guys what you came for, the sauce. And even at the risk of exposing some of my best strats, I'd honestly rather share the info and have a better chance of getting teammates that actually understand how to play with my kit over getting flamed in the text chat because nobody understands how to take advantage of the millions of openings that Penny creates for her team. Now, to get started, I'm going to need you to lock in with me real quick because I'm about to say something very controversial here. Penny does not move with the team. The team needs to move with Penny. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, easy. I know I can hear you typing already. Just hear your boy out. After all, when have I ever steered you wrong?
Groot's ironwood wall shouldn't be thrown haphazardly in front of the enemy unless you're specifically trying to create a barrier to block an enemy ult or deny the enemy access to a specific area.
Now, when I say the team needs to move with Penny, it's vital for you to understand that Penny is not built to solo tank. Of course, as always, there will be nuances that break that understanding, and it will honestly depend on your team's strength and the game mode that you're playing. But solo tanking on Penny is always best avoided, first and foremost. What I'm saying is that Penny's strength lies in her ability to hold ground and command space. She's literally a mobile fortress that can give your team a huge amount of value, especially when she's properly supported. It took me a while to get the concept of it, but just think about how Penny's kit works. Her damage is mostly negligible and it can be healed off quickly unless she has the prep time to set traps. Now, she does have unlimited primary fire and a huge arsenal of explosives and webs. Penny also has the best stun in the game, which can block projectiles, and it's only on a 3-second cooldown, as well as some of the best movement and escape tech of any tank in the game. Oh, and did I mention she also has the best passive self-heal in the game, and its effects can be stacked by adding more web layers to stand on. Penny wants you, if not dares you, to look at her in every moment of the match. She's the best cadence breaker in the game by constantly annoying you with her stuns, strafing you like crazy while laying suppressing fire for her team. And just when you think that you're safe, you get taken out by another one of her mines or her nest mites that you totally forgot was even there. Out of every hero, Penny is the #1 agitator in the game, which means if you're doing your job right, at some point in every match, you will be hard focused. Therefore, Penny's most important job is to find or create the most defensible choke points, set up your traps, and draw aggro until either you've conquered that space or you're forced to leave and set up for another re-engagement. This is why the team, typically your supports and range DPS, needs to move with you, so as you're taking on too much aggro, they can help you sustain the gunfight longer, and it'll help you continue to peel away at the enemy with your team's other tank and dive DPS. Now let me show you how all these concepts look in action. I have a few clips from my recent Diamond games that are perfect examples of just how oppressive and versatile a good Penny can be. Now, unfortunately, I can't get too in depth without making the video an hour long, but if you guys are interested in a series of shorts highlighting some of the best Penny positions on each map, leave a like on the video, and while you're down there, you may as well subscribe to the channel too. Now, the footage you're seeing in the background is of me using Penny to push the enemy team and constantly take ground as we move the convoy across the Spider Zero map. Now, this isn't typically a role that Penny is strong in unless she has a good tank with her, which the Groot on my team absolutely was. He understood the assignment and was constantly capitalizing on the enemies that I kept primed and preoccupied. All the while, I'm countering an enemy Penny as well and making sure that she doesn't have time to set up and fortify her defenses. Now, here's a little tip for winning your Penny 1v1s. You can throw mines at an opposing Penny's drone and bait her into setting them off. And this is because a Penny's first instinct is to body block your drone whenever somebody is shooting at it, so that way you can keep it up longer. So not only do you destroy her drone faster than she can destroy yours, but you can also get AoE damage on her as well from the mine. Now, as you can see, the most important thing that I'm doing in this game is causing chaos. I'm constantly in the middle of the fight. I'm disrupting the other team's cadence with my stuns, and I'm just being straight up annoying. Once I've pissed off enough of the team and they start to hard focus me, then I just web sling my tail up out of there and climb out of the fray. Then I go back to my back line and just wait for the next push to start. Now you can also use that web sling just to get yourself a quick breather by going up to high ground. You gotta remember this is a third person game, so not a lot of people are looking up as high as you would think. So you can usually just shoot up to the ceiling, start regenerating some of your health, and then drop back down into the fight, preferably whenever you have your drone back up. Next, I wanted to show you how having good map knowledge can really take a Penny's gameplay to the next level. It's really important that you experiment with your nest placement, because the more you get used to its seemingly random configurations, the more control you'll have over the flow of a game. So for example, on this convoy defense in Yiggsguard, not only do I open the match with a little cheeky spawn kill to start my ult charge with the mine trap, but I've also already set up my nest in a very strong defensible position where there's natural cover, and that's all before the enemy team can even step out. And I even go one step further by extending that web using one of my snares. And remember, you can have up to 3 of these snares at a time, but I usually only set 2 down because I want to make sure I have 1 more on me in case I need to start using it to stun, especially when there's a melee heavy comp on the other team. Now there's also several locations where you can place your nest up high and over a ledge, and this actually causes your nest to reach out further in some cases in a more concentrated path than if you were to place it on the ground. Now, speaking of placement, as a little bonus, I'm going to show you one of my best kept secrets, and that's my favorite destructible terrain location. On the Wakanda map, overlooking the waterfall, we all know that Penny's nest can be hidden by that huge block that falls on the center of the point once the stage has been destroyed enough, but the problem is that it takes way too long to set that all up intentionally. Not only does Penny destroy terrain slowly with her primary fire, you're usually the only one on the team that even cares enough to set that whole thing up in the first place, so you don't even get any help with destroying the map. But what if I told you that there was an easier and faster and more consistent method that you could use to set up a terrain destruction? So on that same map, if you set a drone at the base of the right hand pillar facing the waterfall and damage it until it turns into a ramp, it'll also cover over your drone and protect it from damage. Now, the extra defense is not always 100% guaranteed because the placement can be a little funky, and I'm pretty sure that it can still be destroyed by any attack that has pretty big AoE damage like Squirrel Girl, Iron Man, Magneto. But if you place it just the right way, it'll usually cover it up so much that the other team won't even notice that it's there, so they won't even know to attack it, and instead they'll waste time looking for it. And I found this spot by accident in like the first week of the game launching, so I'm pretty proud of it. But if you guys already knew about it, if you're a real one, just let me know in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure I found that spot first. I don't care who says what about it. I'm claiming this as cryptic spot right here on this channel. If you learned this spot from me, it is now cryptic spot to you. And that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys learned something out of this. I hope that you start to play with your Penny a little more and give her some grace. She's trying to do a lot of work for you, and these are some of the things that honestly make her worth being a 4 or 5 star character, whatever her rating is. There is a lot to her kit, and there is so many things that you can do with her. Penny is just such a good asset to have on your team, and especially on a domination map where the whole point is to just take control of an area. Not having a Penny on your team during those games is honestly such a huge throw, and I'm just tired of seeing that happen in my game. So if you learn something, leave something in the comments, and as always, your viewership is more than enough for me, and I appreciate every last one of you guys coming through. I'll see you in the next one. Catch me on stream every Friday at 8 p.m. EST, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.